So when you run SFRNSLC for the first time, you're running it to get the error report. And what the error report is doing is it's providing you with every error within the data that's being extracted for your population so that you can fix those before you extract your report. Because you don't want to send a report into the clearinghouse with a lot of errors, because then you have to go into their site and manually correct the errors and explain why the error was submitted in the first place. So you want to catch these before you actually submit the report. Now remember, I've said this in another video that you may have already watched, and if not, I'm going to say it again. You should run this twice for every population. So you're going to run GLB data to pull your population, then you run SFRNSLC to pull the error report. You correct, if you have any errors, you correct those errors, and then you run the error report again a second time before you actually run the report you're going to submit. And that's to ensure while you were correcting errors, other errors didn't pop up. So it's always good to run it twice. Now, if the first time I run the report I have no errors, then I'm good to move on to the final report that will be created for submission. But if it has errors, fix them and rerun it. And a prime example of how this could happen is if registration drop period is still open. You run this. If any student has dropped from all their classes, they have to be withdrawn from the institution. So you run this and you're cleaning up all of the bad data that needs to be corrected. And while you do that, some student goes and withdraws from both of their courses. Well, that means when you run the error report again, that one student would be on it because you need to withdraw him before you actually run your final report. So just pay attention to that. You may only need to run it once if it has no errors. If it has errors, I would suggest run it once, correct your errors, and then run it for the second time. The following errors can be reported on the error report. And I say can because you're not going to see all of these, but these are the errors that are known to populate that error report. No institutional FICA code on SHACTRL, no social security number, no address, no expected grad date, Sagashian grad date precedes term in, no graduation date on child degree, no term status on SFRNSLC, no NSC equivalent for the time status code, the time status calculation error on SFRNSLC, no rule on SFACPLR, and no birthday. Now, I'm not going to do a video showing every single one of these errors within here because that'll be a long and tedious video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this one here, and for each one of these errors I'm going to create a separate video. So if you encounter that error and you don't know how to fix it, you can read the directions but then also watch that little small video on how to fix that particular issue.